Good morning, Fred. I am sorry for getting this to you late, but I have been dreadfully sick all weekend, and my family will not leave me alone to record this. So hopefully I will have no interruptions this time. Here we go. I'm starting on the Wikipedia page, not because I think Wikipedia is useful, but because the things that Wikipedia gives me are useful. Some of them are like Daily Telegraph and the Huffington Post, but some of them are really great. So here are some of the links that I got from there. This is the Kurt Vonnegut Museum and Library, which I didn't know existed, and so that's super cool. This is a short bio, but it's got a lot of other information about him. This one is also a bio about Vonnegut. I wanted to start with some short bios just to give me jumping off points about certain parts of his life that I wanted to research some more. This one is a New Yorker article written super recently about Slaughterhouse-Five in like modern era, so I think that's going to be super interesting. And really useful for the next paper. I don't know how useful it'll be for this one, but there it is. This is my library page with my ILLs and books that were already in the library. A lot of this was found just kind of, like I said, through Wikipedia and through just searching Kurt Vonnegut. So we will switch now to some articles here. This one is another bio, basically. It's from an encyclopedia in our library that I just photocopied. This one is about postmodern humor, as is this one, and comic realism. So those both gave me really great jumping off points to look at what Vonnegut might mean and how to interpret some of his work and some of his humor in his work, and it has been really helpful for just kind of positioning him in history and literary works around him. This one I have not started reading. It looks really weird. We'll see if it's actually useful. And then I have a bunch of actual physical books here. So I have like 3 books from Klinkowitz. This one is going to be the most interesting and useful, I think. I've kept this one around because it's so small. But this one is Kurt Vonnegut's America, and it just kind of positions him within history a lot, which I think is going to be useful when writing about both his life and his work. These 3 are different sorts of like literary guides. This one is like a giant glossary, basically. So that, I don't know if it will be interesting, but it feels all academic and stuff, and when I carry it around I feel smart. So there you go. This one is Understanding Kurt Vonnegut, and then this one has multiple articles about Vonnegut, both about his life and his work, so I think that that should be super interesting. I have got a bio here that I'm really excited about. It was published in 2011, so even though it was about a decade ago, it's still more recent than most of the other books that I have on him. Also, the internet says it has like dark, mysterious things in it, so that I'm really excited to dive into. These 2 are ones I have started reading already. They're both written by women, which is pretty cool and was really hard to find. This one is called Imagining Home. It's by Susan Farrell, and it is just talking about American war fiction from Hemingway to 9/11. And it has a chapter on Kurt Vonnegut and constructing worlds through narratives. So that has been super interesting so far, and I think will be really helpful for my paper. This one is called The Story of Me, and it's about how fiction writers have used fiction kind of autobiographically, basically. And it has 2 different chapters that talk about Vonnegut, and they have been really interesting so far. We talked a lot about how Slaughterhouse-Five is basically a biography just with some science fiction thrown in and changed names and all of that, so I think that that has been super interesting and useful, and we'll continue to dive deeper into my sources. Thanks, Fred.